just know. Matthew, the way you think, Robert, of course, and then I'd like to hear some others. I know it's recess. Okay.
I mean, I just love talking, so I don't care what we're
Yeah.
doing. It wouldn't
All
change
right. Well, it
what
would be recording
call
time
I was on.
anyways. So recess
There you
starts
go.
in less than a minute officially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a structured person, so like in that way.
Well, I've just heard some of your thinking as far as what did you want it to do originally in the movie industry and still in the movie industry.
No, I'm definitely
And,
gonna
and
do
you're
it.
you're going after a big chunk, and it takes that thinking. And yeah, so that's been on my mind, and I thought, well,
Why don't we,
we can
Corky,
do
I've
it
been meaning to
next
do
week.
this. I just got my newborn here. But I was gonna say, me and you should get on a Zoom or something together. I'd love to just
Sure.
chat one of
Okay,
these days.
cool. Yeah, cool.
Oh, and it
You
looks
pick
like
my
we're
mind, I'll
not
pick yours.
looks like we're bringing more than one child to recess.
There you go.
Yep.
Hello,
Want to
Sandy.
see Ezzy come over with?
It's official. I'm
Now
running
it's
to the
official.
door. I'm running to the door now.
And he's with her
It's
grandbaby.
outside.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
So what were you saying, Santa Corky? One more
I'm
time,
running
just so
to
that.
the door now, and to get outside into the yard.
Uh-huh.
That's what that reminds me of. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Well, in our case, we are in here.
Right.
First one to the merry-go-round. First one to the teeter-totter.
Right.
Yeah. No, the
First
merry-go-round.
time.
That thing, oh my God. That was deadly. At least the
Yes, it was.
playground merry-go-round.
Welcome everyone to recess. And again, the definition of recess is we're just taking a break from our delusion and our reality, and just hanging out and talking about anything or everything. And so Corky asked a question, and how you stop from thinking small is you just think big.
Yeah, I mean, in general,
Really,
like
it's really just stretching your mind. It's like, how do you go from one push-up to two push-ups?
Mm-hmm.
One more push-up.
and I don't think it's a bad thing not to have massive goals. Like in a lot of ways, massive goals can have really bad diminishing returns. Like I think if you can have small goals working up to that, sometimes it's better. At least in my opinion. But like massive goals for me is like always, I don't know how to. It's funny because who here has taken like the personality test since we brought it back, right? I retake
Several
it.
people.
I get the same result. I know some people retook it and got a different result than they had
Jeez,
before.
I'm like, what happened to me?
And in general, it's like when I'm going through the questionnaire, when it shows up with questions, like I went through the whole test really quickly while we were still on the call, because for me, I feel like I lean a lot more in the assertive. So it's like when I know what the answer is in my brain, I just answer. You know what I mean? Like I don't overthink things like that. But in my personality, in a lot of ways, like I don't think of the past really that often. You know what I mean? Like my brain is so in tune with what's going on in the future and where I want to go and what I want to do that I don't really think about the things that I've already done. You know what I mean? And stuff. I see them all as like bits and pieces. So maybe as far as like thinking big, it comes down to that. It's like, I'm always thinking 10 years out, right? Like what's 5 years, 10 years out look like? What am I doing now to start laying the foundation and groundwork for that? And I'm also very like in my space, and maybe this will help you, Corky, I'm very conservative. My dad can attest to this in a sense. Like I don't need it all to happen instantaneously. I'm okay with waiting 10 years. You know what I mean? And I think in a lot of ways, like the people that I have watched and respect and admire, there's this movie coming out right now. I'm super excited to see it, from Paul Thomas Anderson, called One Battle After Another. He took 10 years to write that script. You know what I mean? I think from what I've heard, it might be like the front runner for Best Picture. He's never won that before. Best Director, he's never won that before. And it might be his best movie ever. So like, in a lot of ways, a lot of the people, like you could go back to even James Cameron, some of the other people I admire. Avatar was something that dude wrote 15 years before he made it. The technology didn't even exist, right? So when you think about big goals, sometimes it's not even attaching them to reality. It's just going like, this is something that I want to do in my lifetime, whether it takes 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, I'm not going to look at it like that. So I think a lot of us, we have like this need to have things happen fast. But the reality is like everybody that is really successful at something big took a while to get there. None of them got there instantaneously. And so it's just being and accepting that, I think. A large part of it is like, I have this overarching goal, but I'm accepting that it's not going to be an immediate thing and that I'm going to need to have a certain level of stoicism and fortitude to even accomplish that. A lot of people quit. And I think that's why big goals are scary for people to think about, because it's like, well, if I don't accomplish this in the next 3 years, then what? AI is going to happen, all these things. It's like, listen, I didn't, my goals are the same that they were 10 years ago. It's just better tools exist now to accomplish them.
I would say too that when people take that personality test, again, people are going to do two things, right? One is, well, a group are not even going to take the personality test. But for the people that take the personality test, I don't know, me being unique like every one of you with different DNA and different everything. It's like I love the art of communications. I really love the mastery of communications. And so me looking at the different personalities and slowly studying the other personalities is every time I think more about Corky, more about our uniqueness, it's like, because of course, Charlie Kirk is, in the news everywhere, right? And I actually watched a video of him, making fun that South Park did a skit about him, about being a master debater, and even teaching, other people how to be master debaters. And he goes, "Hey, if South Park does a little skit on you, making fun of you, but then you also have the Charlie Kirk Awards." He goes, "They'll make fun of you, but very rarely do you get into the place where they actually use your name." And since I've been seeing all this thing happen, one of the things that I think is very unique about a personality that wants to debate is I would say that that's not my personality. Just like, so maybe thinking big, Corky, maybe that's an individual thing, and maybe that's also, for people that it's just like some people are big audacious thinkers, and then, thank God, and I mean that. Thank God we got the people that are single focused looking at getting things done on a day-to-day basis. So you got the big thinkers, but they usually have to hire the people that are doing the little things each and every day. Without those people, we're not getting anywhere. So if I were ever to debate with anybody nowadays, I would start out the debate by going, can we agree that there's certain things that you like, Corky, that I don't?
Yes.
See, I always think of a question I could ask somebody, and right away we agree on something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably songs that you and I differ about, movies, food. There's a lot of things, maybe even environment. Some people like, beaches versus the lake versus the mountains versus the desert. And I just think that people immediately want to prove their point, but they don't understand that they're proving their point based on their uniqueness. Isn't that crazy? It's like, so when you say, "Hey, I have difficulty, thinking bigger," maybe that's the uniqueness of you.
Yeah.
It's like, because why is the default thing always, well, there's something wrong with me? I'll tell you, you guys know I work hard on myself, right? And so yesterday I took the personality test. And my first thought when I seen the personality test going from entertainer to console, I'm sure that's probably short for counselor, but console, and I read the difference in it. Do you know the immediate thing that I did is I went to AI and I said, I used to be this personality trait. Now I'm this personality trait. What's uniquely different about it? See, my first thought was, is this going to make me not as good as a person? Why wasn't my first thought, oh my God, I'm improving?
That's true.
See, it's like I just think as human beings, we just go, all right, so I just did my personality test, so let me go on here and immediately let me go to all the weaknesses I have. Where,
I noticed that changed from the first time I did the test until the most recent time, and I haven't taken it yet for 25. But last year I went from I believe it was entertainer to debater, and it was because I found I was doing more in the way of feeling.
right.
So because I've been tapping into more of my emotions, things changed, and that was a 5 year differential. So it'd be interesting. I'm going to take it today, but I have not taken it
Yeah.
yet. I will, and I'll
Yeah.
share.
And me looking at it, I know we all want to be Kaizen, never ending better improvement. But the first thing that I looked at the difference between my old personality trait and this one was really simple is that, the entertainer part of me that wanted to be on stage, that desired to be on stage and motivate people, and through motivation and getting them to think, I actually entertain them. You know what I mean? And people, I've gotten a lot of great, you know, compliments from my style and what I did. And so for me, no longer wanting to be a motivator, getting people to, to have aha moments so they'll go into action. Now I'm the kind of person that just wants to tell everyone that they're okay and they're loved the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a mental shift for me where I'm going like, I'm just not interested in teaching people, you know, I'm just not interested in teaching people skills that they'll never use because they're unique. They need to learn their own skills. They need to learn to love themselves so they can find the gifts that they possess that they can work on instead of me teaching them, how to sort.
And by the way, I did put the link in the chat again for those of you who want to take this test.
Hi,
It's
Kevin. I'm sorry. Hi, Kevin. Charlie.
16personalities.com.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Karen. So, recess, what did you guys do over the weekend? Do anything?
We just relaxed. We watched some TV and stuff. I don't really watch TV that often. If my parents are here, then I do. But
And by the
yeah.
way, everybody can open up their mic. So if you want to share, just go ahead and share.
We did a lot of swaying.
Did a lot of stand-in sways. Did a lot of poopy diapers. Yep.
Let me focus on. There we go.
But-
Just for a few minutes here.
Oh yeah. My dogs.
Bouncy,
are barking. I don't know
bouncy.
if you can hear the dogs, but
So
Boy,
fun.
your microphone is great, Matt, at not hearing anything but you. It's really good.
yeah, it's.
Every time
it should be.
you think the dogs are going bananas, we can't hear them.
Yeah, this microphone is legit. It's like for film production. I don't know why I have it here. I've thought about selling it and getting it. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess it's recess, but I've thought about selling it and getting the one you have, just because it would be easier to do. This one requires like phantom power and like 2 other sets of shit to use. So,
But
It's-
hey, you
it's,
already got it, so why not use it?
yeah, I'm telling you what.
What is it? A Shure?
No, the Shure is the one that he has. The one that I have is a
Yeah, mine's a sure thing.
Got it.
Sennheiser.
Oh, the Sennheisers. Yeah. When I was in
Uh,
radio, we dealt with the Sennheisers. I kind of have a knockoff Sennheiser.
Yeah, it's the top of the line. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's the ones that they use on the boomsticks, you guys, for
Yeah.
movies. That's
Yeah.
why I got it originally, was because we were shooting stuff, me and my dad, and I have a huge boom pole that goes over him. So then when we would do interviews and stuff, I have it downstairs. So I'm I'm like, hey, I'll figure out how to use this with my computer. But it takes like, I have to have all this shit. It's not plug and play where I just plug it in and it works, you know? So.
Oh yeah.
But it sounds like. So Sandy, who's the little one?
Hang on. There we go. Try that.
There.
You go.
So this is Christian. He is the baby of the 4 grandkids. He just turned 2 on the 5th.
Hi, Christian.
Hi, Christian.
And he's my buddy now that the other 3 are in school. He's my buddy Monday through Thursday. And then yesterday, because their washer broke, so they had to come here and do laundry.
You want to see a
Hi,
puppy?
Christian.
Look at the puppy.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Hi, Daddy.
Do you see
Hi,
the doggy?
Cute. Hi, Doggy.
Hi, doggy.
Aw.
We got doggies and we got Santa.
Yeah, and Santa. Hi, Robert.
Hi.
Hey, Santa.
Santa.
And a baby.
Hey, baby.
And today, his 2 older cousins, the 2 older grandbabies, their daddy and stepmommy are in the hospital getting ready to have their baby brother.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
How nice.
Okay, I'm going to mute now.
Okay.
Craig,
Have
will
a
you
good
mute me,
day.
please?
Yes, I will. No
Thank
problem.
you.
Good day.
Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. Wow.
So being on recess, no one's got anything to talk about. I think people are still getting used to recess. It's like, hey, I'm coming here to learn something. It's like,
Well, I still people see with their mics muted, but yeah, like I said before, everybody can unmute. If you feel like you want to just share. That's the whole
Seriously,
idea.
we watched this crazy show over the weekend that just came out called The Girlfriend on Prime, the 3 of us, and it was pretty crazy. If anybody's interested in it.
Girlfriend.
Is it worth watching, Matt?
that
It's
was a
called-
great
There we
question,
go.
Terry.
I would say so. I thought it was
Okay.
good.
Okay, because
It's got Robin Wright in it. Apparently, she directed a
Oh,
decent amount of
okay.
it too. Yeah, it's just called The Girlfriend, but it's like it reminds me of some of those like older films. You know what I mean? Where not older, but like Basic Instinct or
okay.
things like that, where there's like a lot of romance and stuff in it, but then they're both like doing stuff behind the scenes to change. I don't want to spoil any of it, but
Right.
it's fun. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the mom
watched
does
the
not.
Emmys.
Robin Wright does not like The Girlfriend. So
Got it.
I don't know if
I'll
anybody
have to
watched the
check it
Emmys
out.
last night, but I don't know. I wasn't impressed, except for the fact that, okay, they gave Stephen Colbert some nice kudos.
what about
Well, of course you have to do that.
Oh,
I just want him to go back to the Colbert Report. That's what I was telling my mom. I'm hoping.
you know, it wouldn't surprise me if he does do that. I mean, especially after last night, he won for Best Talk Show,
Yeah,
Best Talk Show host. So, yeah.
I always thought Conan O'Brien. I mean, I think Conan O'Brien's funny, but I grew up. It's maybe more my humor, but I like that dumb shit. So
I used to love Craig Ferguson. Just
Craig
his,
Ferguson is one of the goats in my opinion. He's one of the best.
his imagination, his banter, it was incredible.
And his accent. You know, you got the accent.
Well, yeah, Scots always have that.
Exactly. Adds an extra layer to the comedy, I think, for me.
Kevin, how's your arm?
Mine?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I'm talking about Kevin Hancock.
Oh, okay.
It's doing better. Getting there.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Have you wore out a lot of hangers yet?
Mhm.
Itching it. Ah.
Now I can take my brace off, so that ain't.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
too-
We talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin's
Just getting
like,
bored.
How many people have had casts on? I've never had one.
No,
Mm-mm.
God.
Never.
Somehow I got through
that.
growing up in Montana and being in high contact sports and never broke a bone. So
I've had
lot
a
of
green
sprains.
stick fracture, but I've never, I mean, where it's, you just have to kind of wrap it and then let it heal for a while, but never to the point of being in a cast.
yeah, I think I drank a lot of milk as a kid, so I think that helped. Maybe. You know, like the Got Milk campaign was big when I was young.
Had
I
plenty
said I had I had that cast, but I told you I fell out of the high bunk bed in that pop-up we had, and
Right.
was commiserating with Kevin about that. Yeah, and I had 21 parachute jumps, never had a cast, a broken limb or anything. Yeah, on jump status for two and a half years, never broke anything. But I fell out of my bunk bed at the campground. Oh my goodness, how's that?
That's normally how it is, right?
But my ex-husband, he was jumping with the 82nd. I was at the core level, but so he went on one of his jumps and he broke his ankle, and he was just heartbroken because he was so close to finishing up getting master blaster, parachute, people that help other people with their parachutes and everything. So he couldn't do that. He couldn't finish that course. And so he's mowing the lawn with a cast on. And I'm going, well, and I'm still jumping. You said I wasn't going to do it, but I showed you, didn't I? Terrible wife I was.
How many people have jumped out of an airplane on purpose?
I want to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to do.
Aaron's
do y'all know
got
what
us all?
Do y'all know what?
I thought Lisa Marie for sure would be somebody that would jump out of an airplane.
Yeah.
Do y'all know what wingsuit flying is?
Oh,
yeah.
gosh, I've seen those videos. Those guys. Wow.
That's
like
on my vision
something.
board. Is to do that, but when I looked at it, you had to get licensed to be able to do that. You of course have to do a class, and I get that. But then it was like you had to parachute. And it was like 100 or 200 times, which I liked. I didn't even know how that could be possible. And maybe I misread it, but yeah, that's one of my goals is to go wingsuit flying.
Oh, wow.
I've seen those videos of these guys, and they
You-
look like
Jim,
they're
you
just barely skimming the earth, and they're going over
Jim,
these.
you can go to other countries
Wow.
where you don't need any license.
Yeah. I'd like to have a little bit of a clue before I get up there.
Right.
What about this?
Yeah, I'm like,
Hey,
in
and they'll
Mexico,
give you
if
they'll
you
give
say
you a
you
quickie
can.
course too.
Yeah. This is the ground. Stay off of it. Okay. And then-
I was gonna say yesterday I was talking to my mom and I saw Melody's leaderboard stats. I'm like, is anyone ever gonna be able to beat Melody? She's on another level with the
Overall, yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
let's see. Let me take a.
she's using bots and she's paying for the
That's
stuff.
what I was thinking.
She's got like Melody's got like 4 employees that she pays for full time to just.
All right, here are the stats as they are right now. So, I mean, look at just her leader all time is like, oh my gosh.
Then again,
The
Jody's
30
catching up
day
this
is
week,
pretty
you know?
good, but she and Jody are going back and forth on the 7 day right now.
Almost neck and neck there, man.
Yeah. Martin, you're not that far behind actually in all 3 categories. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see who's doing who's leading in each one of those.
Huh. Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm not one of the people competing because then I don't have to think about it.
I could take you off admin.
I don't want to compete now. Anybody here competitive, like in general?
No.
Yeah. I am very uncertain things. So on some things I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
personally competitive unless, of course, I have family that's like, oh, you're gonna. I almost started my own school group just so I could see if I could beat Unlimited Wisdom, and then I shut it down. Like I should be working in Unlimited Wisdom.
Yeah, and then
Which, by the way,
then he had a thought. Oh my God, my dad's running that, so I better not.
Yeah,
which, by the
Matthew,
way,
you should
we're at
call
number
it Wisdom
25
Unlimited.
right now. We're at number 25 in the community, and we're now up to number 6 in our category.
Shut up!
Yeah.
I'll have
Crazy.
to do a loom. I'll have to do a loom talking about that.
Another update.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Does
Matthew, you
anybody
should
have
call your-
any?
Matthew, you should call your group Wisdom Wisdom Unlimited. Just
Yeah, LLC. Right.
I have a question about the school. Does anybody have any thoughts about when you have your free community? Are you ever going to make any money on that if you have a free community?
You could make
I mean-
courses and stuff and then sell those inside of it.
Okay.
Karen, you said it perfectly. It's like it's up to you whether or not you wanted to make money from it.
Yeah, I mean, I got it as a placeholder, and I was talking to Kevin Carney about that, and I have Facebook all the way back to 2009, so all my memories, this, that, and the other, but I'm wanting to transition and put more of that in the school thing, so it doesn't really matter, and I have a couple of close friends that are in there, and it's also exploring the platform. I mean, it costs a princely $10 a month to learn something. And so it's a valuable resource, even if you say, hey, I don't care if anybody ever comes in here other than the people I already know.
I thought the same thing. I was going, okay, between Sam Ovens and Alex Hermosi, if they really put all the stuff that they've learned that makes them $1 billion a year, that's worth $9 for me.
Oh.
So Kevin, how are you doing on your mind mapping?
No, I mean it is.
I'm doing okay. I just keep thinking. I tend to. I'm kind of like that. I think of other ideas, and I tend to get distracted, lose focus.
Did you do your test? Did you do your personality test?
I started on that and I didn't finish.
Oh dear. Kevin, I really, really appreciate you being in my school group. You are an inspiration, and I got Jody's in my little group, and so is Lisa Marie. So we're just
Hey, I
kicking
don't
things
even know
around,
you got a group, Karen. You got to let us know.
I know because I signed up for the 14-day free trial. I said if it ever comes to anything, I'll just create another group and then make sure I sign up under your link. But sometimes if I do later night in the evening computer stuff, when I wake up in the morning, I said, what? Did I do that? And I get the wrong thing. But it's just the way it goes, Movies are on and stuff. But
Robert, have you or has anybody tried to go live in their group?
Yeah, me and Craig played around with it, and it's brand new, so I'm sure there's a lot of little things that are on it. But right away, we should try again. But Craig, he didn't have the background, and so he's the guy that really runs all our technical stuff. So when he immediately started throwing it under the bus, it made us go back to Zoom.
Okay, because
thank you.
I went live, and our buddy Eric showed up. It was so cool. I was sitting there, okay, I'm live. Here I am. Mic's on, sitting in my recliner in the Santa Den, and here come Eric. It was so. Man, that just made my day.
Wow.
I wish I could have just come across and hugged him because he's in my group and he's talking in there and stuff. So it was just really cool that I went, okay, there is a way to make this work. It was a little glitchy, it's not like Zoom, but I know it's going to get better. But
That's what we're looking forward to.
I would like to know when you guys do. I'm sorry to interrupt, Craig.
Sure.
To when you do go live, let me know. I would like to learn how do I get on your live? Because Eric had a way. Well, just push the button up there. But then I had people push the button and say, hey, it's just a white screen or something. So
so there's two steps that you can notify everybody before you do go live. Do a calendared event. If you slow but sure, Corky, set up your entire calendar of when you're going to do stuff. That not only puts you in a schedule, but it also notifies everyone about the email a day before and also before it goes live. So one of the
there you go. You didn't get my personality test. You need to read it.
And the other thing too, Corky, is I'm looking on our page right now for Unlimited Wisdom, and it does say live in blue. We're going, and so if it's, I think, through the system, you just click on it and you'll have the access code to get on board.
Right.
Like if you click the side next to live, it's underscore.
In the video that they talked about, the native video, they were suggesting that you click, go live.
There is
As soon as you go live, then take the link and then post in the group, and then everyone will be notified that you're going live.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
right here, there's your go live button for you
Right,
to go
right,
live.
right.
And then you click like right here, if you clicked on, I think the bottom, there you go, and there's your link, and the link is already embedded, and this is
That's
part of the
your
calendar.
Zoom link, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean the link, but even if you create it, that's part. It'll I'll say this is the link for school
Mm-hmm.
or for whatever other service you're using.
Yeah, I can't emphasize, of course, I built my whole platform on going live a lot, but going live in your groups is going to be massive because that's how Robert has done his stuff is not only lives, but his videos, but he takes he goes live and then pulls the goodness out of the video, the live and makes videos out of it.
Craig gets credit for that. Craig's the master genius for taking the stuff out of it and
Right.
posting it.
If I can, Corky, I think you actually might benefit from what the current format is, if you don't mind people being on the screen just like what you see here.
No, I do want that. That's part of
Yeah.
the benefit of coming to school is you get to actually talk. Right now on TikTok, if you bring your kid on the live, not only do my numbers, AI picks it up and drops my numbers, but they will kick that person off if it's a young child, especially if it's in a diaper,
Wow.
especially if it's in a diaper
Oh
or
my gosh.
before it was really bad. A little kid walking across behind mom as she was live, a little kid would walk across and it would go bzz, gone. So they're getting stricter, especially as of tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 16th, so that's the day we kind of know what's going on with that. But going live, I think, is really beneficial, and that's I was so excited to hear that we're going to be able to within school and do this, and then we can,
Well,
Yeah,
let
so
me
if you
expand
told
a little
everybody-
further.
If you told everybody when you were going live in school, that would just, I mean, hey, this is when I'm going live in school, and you have to go there, create a free membership, and then join me. I just think that would be awesome, Corky.
Then you can talk about all your other stuff. I can't talk about it. If I wear a school hat, I do at the end of my live now, if I know a bunch of my subscribers are in there.
Yeah.
I wear my school hat. That's a logo that the AI picks up. Oh, that's a whole nother platform. Let's slow him down.
Holy crap.
Oh, yeah. I can watch my
TikTok
numbers go from 2,000 to 600, just like, here it goes. Okay, just start slowly.
You just need an infant to walk behind you with a sign that says school, and you'll just slay then,
Wow.
Corky, I think the reason why I want to say, let me expand a little bit on what I said too, because the thing about Zoom that I like and that we like is that I've got control over who speaks. Okay. In other words, I can put you and Robert together like we do during the other stuff.
You can there too, though.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been able to figure that out yet, which is another reason why we've got to play with it.
When you go live, it's the three little buttons on their picture.
Right, but see, here is where it's the control factor.
Right.
Yes, I'm a controller person, but that you control your visuals. Okay, I'm not able to control what everybody else sees, and that to me right now is the difference. So, for example, we have everybody here, but there's a reason for having it here. Now, if I decided that you and I just wanted to talk, I could literally take the image here, spotlight you, spotlight me, and it's only us two on the screen that everybody sees as well as what's recorded, so that the focus is on the two of us. Or in the case of Ask Us Anything, Robert and whoever he's talking with.
Mm-hmm.
Because that should be the focus. Now, if you want to change that in Zoom on your camera, it won't affect what's going out, what I'm recording to share with everybody else.
Yeah.
So if you understand that, that's the reason why right now I'm trying to find out from Zoom or from the going live on Skool why, where it will fit for us as opposed to everybody else. So that's the reason.
Yeah.
So,
No,
quick question, and I'm not trying to pick at a scab or anything, but MDC started this whole thing of doing lives in the MDC back office, and then you were able to do your own lives. And I kind of dropped out about that time or sometime after that, and now it's not even happening. Is that no longer a thing?
There's probably about 612 things that are no longer a thing.
Okay. That's the short answer. That's all I need. That's all
yeah, it's one of the unique things about Josh Swagel is that this constantly adding new things and no longer using other things. And the way that Josh always says it, it's like, so it always seems like a few people will say that something's needed, and then what they do is they add it and then no one uses it. And believe it or not, that's exactly the way they are with products. Oh my God, we got to have this product. We got to have this product. Well, no one's buying it. So then it's discontinued.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a simple answer, Jim.
Okay. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, I got a question for you.
Yes, this is my real hair.
Oh, okay, good. No. Hey, our ball to ball day was last Saturday.
That's right. That's right. You even knew the holiday. I didn't even know.
Yeah. And then thank you, Corky. Yes, definitely. No, your background. We see you in silhouette more than you yourself. Is there a front light to you?
Yeah. So I've got a chandelier here and this back here. But the reason why I did this was because my computer was low on power, and this is the only outlet in the house that I'm sitting at.
Oh, okay, because we can barely see you through the light being shined from your.
All right, let me try. I'll adjust that.
Okay.
I was gonna say all you need to do is shut your shades.
Exactly.
They aren't shut. They're plantation shutters, and that's about as dark as
that's
they
about
get.
it. Really, they look like they're open.
No, I'll show you open.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Wow.
Never mind. Okay.
I don't know if you can let me know next time you want to try the live and just experiment. I would like to be in there too.
Okay, I'll send you a message when we're doing the next test.
Right. Okay.
Oh, now that Jim is a very nice look for you.
Okay.
With the background. You just turned your computer around?
Yeah, I just went to the other side of the table, the dining room table, and it shot it from here.
Perfect.
I like that.
But now it looks like your house is tilted.
Yeah, they did a architectural thing with it cut into the stairwell and then built this little.
I love that. I love that.
It's kind of cool. There's another person in the neighborhood that built, like they put their dog kennel in there built in.
Yeah.
So they had the carpenters build a wooden thing in there, and then also she put in a little swing for our toddlers, and they love it, so they could sit there and swing while they're in the house and everything. It's pretty
better
magic.
use than what my mom's got.
Yeah,
my mom uses that back area there for a cat poo corner.
There you go.
That's where the litter box is.
Well, I'll know where to go next time. Corky, one thing I wanted to bring up is getting your schedule set up now on Skool or whatever your lives are. You're going to have a lot of competition as everybody converges towards the holidays. And if you're already on somebody's dance card, you have less chance. You're going to have more participation, is my theory. I don't know.
It does amp up, and I don't know how it will work for anybody just seeing my group in school. Are they going to be able to come in and
yeah, what I'm saying though is when I go to Unlimited Wisdom and I see the calendar, I go ahead and start clicking off all the dates that I can attend, and that gets loaded into my Google Calendar, and then it's there so that if something pops up that's going to compete with that, I have to weigh it out.
Yeah, perfect.
If you don't schedule it, then people are going to be like, "Oh, that thing happened, and I forgot all about it."
No, scheduling is totally
yeah. So just my 1 cent's worth.
I have a Craig that
Craig is open to help whenever possible.
I'm just trying to do as much as I can myself, but I have,
yeah. Well, one of the things, Corky, when you started out before we recorded by asking, one of the things that's really worked unique for me is when you really think of really big goals.
Yeah.
it immediately puts you in a mindset that you need to imagine, that resources are coming to you, including people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as you get your goal really, really big, it's like all of a sudden it's like there's no way I could do this on my own.
Right.
And so
Right.
now you immediately start looking for, but the best way to, in my opinion, the best way to attract the right people to you that can help you make your imagination happen is constantly sharing your imagination and vision.
Yes. Yes.
If you're
Thank you.
constantly saying, hey, this is where we're going, this is where we're going, this is where
Yeah, and
we're
I
going.
have not done that. And
Yeah.
I have a goal of having 1,000 in there in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So,
Have you
and
decided on what name are you going to stay with Santa Corky or North Pole Nation?
North Pole Nation is for North Pole Nation. That's for the group that comes over from my live feed
From
from TikTok.
TikTok.
That and then Santa Corky is just kind of sitting there. I have people that want me to do courses and they're skilled at doing it. We can put some courses together and for social media because I'm also connected to a lot of influencers. I'm also getting into the commercial industry, which opens up to have people do a lot of stuff that I just have to show up and look pretty for,
Yeah.
And
Especially
that's
now.
kind of where that's going. That's that bigger thinking stuff
Yep.
because part of it is legacy, but also part of it is and that's the reason I asked the question from the beginning is that, hey, I want to be able to think bigger. I want to imagine bigger. I want things to happen. A lot of it is, Matthew, I'm not 31 anymore. I don't have 20 years. I have 20 years possibly here,
Yeah, but
maybe
the
30.
stuff that you would have needed didn't exist 20 years ago, so you wouldn't have been able to do it anyway.
Yeah, that's what makes that's what
Right?
makes me really want to go now is
That
because
just
it's
just
there,
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say
Oh,
it's already going. You have the largest following out of anybody here.
the biggest benefit that I have in my holsters is this. Most people don't have this. If
Right.
you want this, I'll show you where I got it. You can come over and take a slice of pie with me. Come
Yeah.
on, let's go. And I would love to help you get there. But
Yeah,
it's
I think
this.
it always comes
It's
down
this. This changes this.
Yeah.
right.
I
Matt,
already got a
we lost
change
you, I
here.
think.
I already got a change that I'm working on in my spirit, but I still have to go, hey, I screwed up for a lot of years.
That's in
This
the
is
rear
only
view. Don't even look at that. There's a reason
hey,
why the rear view is this small and
yeah,
the windshield's this
yeah,
big. So
I
let me
got
ask
that.
you this, Corky. When you go live, are you just doing it from where you are right there?
Yeah, sometimes
Okay.
mostly here,
May
yes.
I offer a suggestion?
Uh-oh. Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Okay. So when you were talking before, I just had this image of you going into a children's hospital, lighting up their lives, and having somebody go live with a camera while you're doing it. Have you ever thought of doing something like that?
I've done it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I've done it.
that to me would be something that would go viral.
Yeah. No, I've done it.
I'm not saying
I did
exploit
it with
children. That's the last thing I would say. But if you're
at an
bringing joy
NBC
and making
event.
something happen, I think
Did
that's
it in
people
Nashville.
would love that.
Yeah. Did it in Nashville.
Okay.
Corky, do you okay?
It's just the opportunity of when, how, resources, that kind of thing. But
Do you have
yes, I get what you're
headshots?
saying. Huh?
Do you have headshots?
Yes, I went to LA and had a guy that does it. He had movie
Okay.
stars all over.
I was gonna
got
say if you
50
don't, I
Have
can
do
generate you some.
yeah, do you
I don't want
have
to make this about me, guys. I really
no, but you brought it up and
but
these are ideas. This is the whole idea behind Recess. Do you have an agent?
yes, I do.
Where?
LA.
Okay, they should be getting you out, especially now.
I just did a self-tape.
Okay, good.
And for the holiday season, it used to be June, July that they started this. Now it's September, October is when they're doing stuff. And
Okay.
so yeah, I'm in the process. I haven't even taken down my blue screen. Some people use a green screen. They want me to use a blue screen because
That's what's behind me.
the blue.
Yeah. Let me let's see.
That must be
There it is.
interesting because I was told from the very beginning because of my beard there if you use a green screen and I haven't seen it officially. But anyway, yeah, I have an agent. I have a acting coach. We just did
Good.
um so things are popping, things are happening. The hardest thing is what not to schedule and what schedules for my world is like crazy because the season's coming. And
Hmm.
but my focus, I really, all that aside, that's all temporal. I feel like I'm changing time for dollars. You know what I mean? It's good and it's good money, it's good money, but there's a better way to do this to where, I have maybe 5 good years physically because I have issues going on and we're working on fixing them and healing them and all that stuff. But that's why I asked the question. I want to think bigger and what's getting in my way? Well, Dino, I'm going to look for a Dino on some of the because it came up in my group yesterday. I'm talking more to my community as Corky, Santa, but Corky comes out. I can't help it. But that's what's made me unique is my authenticity. I
Yep.
don't stay in the ho 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 realm. You know, I ho ho and I'll start crying because you broke my heart because your mom's, out on the streets taking drugs. That kills me.
Yeah.
Or, a single mom struggling to get, someplace. We're, I have the opportunity. I have to jump off here in about 15 minutes so I can go to the bank and do some transferring that our community helped a mom, take care of some stuff. And we're going to Venmo. I don't have Venmo on my North Pole Foundation. So we're got to do that. Anyway, um, time is so, I've always thought about time equals money, but it's not.
Money, but is money really important to you?
No, time is more important.
So everything that you're doing shouldn't equate to how much money you're making. It's how much of an impact you're making.
Right? But then I also think also what's left for my wife if I was to take my last sleigh ride.
Right.
Yeah, you guys talk about jumping out of planes. Hey, you have no idea what it's like behind a nine reindeer. They fart.
That sounds super scary to me, man.
They fart. They stink. There's just
Don't light a match.
Anyway,
That's very funny.
thank you. I just love this time and I'm excited with what we're doing. I'm a 10th to my goal, so
I was gonna say, Corky, I really do think that me and you at some stage very soon will work together and make something pretty great through the holidays. Story-wise, storytelling-wise, film-wise.
chills. You're giving me chills, Matthew.
I know it for a fact, and like it's something that I want to do too. So like as we start to get closer, the technology is only getting better and better. If I showed you guys where it's at now, you guys would like be like blown away.
Yeah.
Really, truly blown away.
I
So
wanted to be there this week so bad. I wanted to be there so bad. So we could take pictures. That would have been cool.
But yeah, so like in general, I think, sometimes things take time, but in general, I think you're in a great position. I do.
Yeah.
From me looking what you've accomplished, I hope to accomplish that level of movement myself. You know what I mean? Like it's something I hugely admire. So it's something that I want to contribute to. It's even like unlimited wisdom, right? Like I was gonna start my own group teaching AI, and then I do everything that you do, just like we all do, right? I made a group and I'm like, I'm gonna teach AI because there's so much money there right now, like so much money there.
Yeah.
And then I have to take a step back and I gotta go, yeah, but you want to just make movies though. Like, does Steven Spielberg teach people? Do the people that you admire and want to be like, do they teach people? It's like they mentor people, that they don't teach people. You know what I mean? That's not their goal in life. Their goal is to
Matt,
create.
one of the things that you're just saying there that I know will go for Corky too is if you guys really, when I stepped out to do unlimited wisdom, right? That's the whole concept of faith.
Yes, that's what I was.
Yeah. Because for 24 years, this is, yeah, I brought this up numerous times, my son and, Terry and people that know me really well. And it's my lack of faith that believes that if I just do nothing but what I love, that it'll generate money.
Say
It's
that again, Robert. I'm sorry.
okay.
If I
It's
just.
Yep. It's my lack of faith that if I only do what I love to do, that it won't generate money.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
See, so it's like so when you step forward towards certain things and you say, that magic wand thing, right? So in the genie lamp, if you said, if I could do this all day, every day, and it would generate not only money, but money enough to be able to take care of things that I would love to for children and moms and so on and so forth. But it also would generate enough revenue where my wife will be okay if I'm no longer here, right? And so what ends up happening in life is very weird because what we end up doing sometimes makes us money, but it's not what we love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we keep reverting back and forth.
Yes.
So yesterday was a classic, you know, deal for me because I'm on Master's Mind, sharing with what I really truly love with you guys, knowing that that's my love and my impact, and even doing my personality trait yesterday, it's like it changed to that. I'm reading all the positives of, who I am, and then my mind goes, okay, I got to get off this because I got to get on a video to be able to promote Atlanta for a company that pays me. And it's like this okay, put this ball down, grab this ball, and it's this constant thing all the time. And it's like then there's parts of me that believe that if I put 100% of my effort into unlimited wisdom, that I could replace the income very quickly. So then I could just do what I love. And then the Dino pops up.
Yes.
Yeah, then the Dino
Yes.
pops up and goes, yeah, but I want to build. I want to generate something that makes enough revenue for my family, and so
Yep.
it's this constant thing. I just want you to know that as you go through the, you know, ADD, HDD, whatever, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I just want you to know that I guarantee you that everyone that's watches this video live or recorded does that same kind of ball juggling.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Matt brought it up perfectly. It's like, man, the people that are making money in school teaching AI, like 300,000 a month money. It's like, and Matt goes, sees what they're doing, and he's like, I'm better than them. I know more than them. I'm more excited than them. And then, but it takes him away from him being a story creator. See
Yep.
what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, you got to think like long term, going back to the same big vision. It's like if I think about 5 years from now, I'm not sitting in a class teaching a bunch of people how to make things.
right.
You know what I mean? That's just not where I am. You all will be sitting somewhere watching something that I've made. You know what I mean? That's more where I envision it. Because also in my life, like I going back to the movie, I was watching interviews earlier with DiCaprio and all these people that are in this One Battle After Another movie. Where's Paul Thomas Anderson, the writer director, in none of the interviews? Why? Because he doesn't like doing interviews. He doesn't need to.
God,
People are going to go see his movies regardless.
So important
So.
just to do things that give you joy. It's just again, we always crack up when I talk about, the guy that makes a full-time income skipping rocks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's just, hey, I just love skipping rocks. So all I'm going to do is just focus on skipping rocks. And everybody's going like, well, why can't you get a real job? And it's like, I've heard that for 38 years. Why don't you just go get a real job? It's like, I'm not interested in a real job.
Exactly.
Anybody else got anything they want to bring up or? Yeah, I think one thing that we need to do is probably, I've noticed a lot where, because some of you have been around me so long, one of the things that we could possibly do is on breakthroughs is if someone doesn't have something that they want to bring up that they're struggling with, that they feel they need to be a breakthrough with, maybe that's when we could really talk about the personality traits as well. Because the one thing that I know about breakthroughs is one thought. If you knew that you knew that you knew who you are and what your positives and gifts are versus your negatives. See, we're taught as human beings because of a 250-year-old education system that sucks, is that, we're always taught that we're supposed to evaluate ourselves by being enough, and what our worthy is enough. Is you'll notice that if you ever bring up something and say to someone, hey, you should do this, the very first words that comes out of their mouth is their weaknesses. It's instantaneously. It's like, hey, you should do this. Well, I'm not very good with technology and I really struggle with that. See, no one ever leads with their positive, your strength, your gift. And so, that's why there's certain people that, hey, I just suck at this. So it isn't, and it's not by a coincidence that a lot of people that are super, super successful, as soon as they found their muse, as soon as they found the thing that gave them, their gift, that they immediately stopped doing everything, including college, including school. It's like, listen, the goal to go to school is to learn to make a living based off something I can do. Well, I found something, I love it. I put all my, effort into it and it generates me money. I don't need school anymore. So, so doing that personality test for those of you that haven't done it yet, I really think that would really help you, because you're naturally inquisitive about yourself. If you did the personality test, did you take the time to start reading all the different things about personality, job, career, who, as far as, and I'd ask you too, for those of you that love AI, take your personality trait and put it in AI. Holy cow. Because there's psychologists, psychiatrists, there's personal development trainers, there's all this stuff that have worked off this concept. So if you take your initials and just put it into AI and just, hey, I recently did a personality test, this is what I am, what am I good at, what should I focus on? And
That's
it's like,
cool.
hey,
I like that.
yeah, well, here's your gift. You should be focused on this. Oh man, why do I always go to, like Corky says, why do I need to learn to be organized? Because someone told Corky if he's not organized, he's not going to make money. Well, he's already making money. He's already making an impact. How did he pull that off without being organized? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but this is recess, so we'll have fun with each other. It was really cool for me to know what I know about personality traits, and then having, Arthur tell Corky what he needed to do. Did you guys see how funny that was? Because in Arthur's mind, he goes, "Hey, I know exactly how you guys can get shit done."
Yeah, he had it.
And then he comes from his personality, and the rest of us are like, I ain't doing that. I remember the first time that someone said to me, he said, "Well, listen, one of the things you could do is take all your contacts and put them in a spreadsheet." And I was like, "Okay, conversation's over."
Right.
So then, him being that analytical, what I said to him short circuited him. He goes, "Well, I don't understand how you find people." And I said, well, I pray and I trust my instincts. And then I just go through people on Facebook and someone feels good and I reach out to them, build a relationship, get them to know, like, and trust me. And then I usually give them the law of reciprocity. And when we got connection, I ask him to do me a favor. And he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Because I knew his personality trait. The last thing he wants to do is spend time connecting with another human being.
Mm-hmm.
So Corky, that's your natural state.
Mm-hmm.
Your natural state is connecting with people.
Yeah, I'm all about fun.
So learning to do the other stuff is like, yeah. Believe it or not, Corky, when I sometimes share with you things to do, it's just me talking to myself.
Yeah, I get it. No, that's perfect. I love it.
It's like, hey, Corky, this is what you need to do. My inner soul's spirit's like, yeah, that's a great idea, Robert. Just do that.
But one of the best things I love about you is, hey, I just got a download, or that was a download because you're connected. You're connected, and that's money to me.
That's it, and that's what people need right now more than anything. All right.
Hey.
God darn it. We got to go back to the day.
That felt that felt like school.
We got to go back. We got to go back to our day. I thank you guys very much for being on here.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. Don't forget, tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern, we're doing Daily Wisdoms. Tomorrow, Wednesday and Friday. Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern is Breakthroughs. So got a great week ahead for everybody. Love and appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for recess.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week.
All right. Bye.
See you tomorrow.